Man, Under Siege, I'm just gonna tell you guys that pay-per-view, man. I know I'm reviewing it late, but my God, one hell of a show, up and down the floor, literally. Goddamn, Impact still in the show, kicking off the weekend, literally in style. Holy shit! I am like Rafe Realm for the first time in a long while is just what a fucking pay-per-view altogether. Impact Wrestling. Literally, I'm going to say 8.75. There were some things I didn't like, but bravo. That ending, dude. Hell yeah, let's go. Bully Ray doing Bully Ray things. Yes, please. PCO and Maclin, fuck. Tearing down the building up in Canada. The crowd was into it. I was into it. Oh my goodness gracious. Better than a SmackDown. My God, people sleep on Impact. So good. So good. I'm just saying, too sweet all night long. Man, Impact knows when to put on shows, man. I'm just telling you. My name is Rafe Realm. Hit the bell icon. Thumb up this video if you like Impact. And make sure to check out all my social media and stuff, man. And there will also be an audio version up on Spotify and Apple Music. Soon to be Apple Music. Guys, man, damn. Just damn. like, can I just talk about that main event? Like, holy shit. Wow, giving me the ECW vibes. Oh my God. Light the table on fire and fucking throw Scott D'Amore. Oh my God. I was just sitting there like, oh my God. Holy shit. And people tell me all the time, Impact Wrestling ain't shit. It won't do shit. And it's like, damn, Under Siege shows you why Impact Wrestling long-term booking. Holy shit. WWE, you can learn something right there. PCO, fucking Steve Maclin for a championship. One hell of a match. Just telling you, that's how you book shit. That's how you do shit, WWE. And AEW, you can learn something too because long-term booking, just telling you. Damn. So the countdown to the Under Siege, literally Death Dolls, again, Courtney Rush, Jessica Havoc defeating the tag team of Wade in a non-title match. Means they'll get a title match down the road, which was good. The Death Dolls are great. Now, you don't have Tyra Valkyrie anymore because she went to AEW. I could totally see, Jessica Havoc and Courtney Rush literally are going to AEW. I could see that happening in the future of things, or just Courtney Rush in general, man. Like, literally, like I said before, Rosemary is a great character. Again, I can't say that enough. Rosemary, known as Courtney Rush, man. One hell of a match. Well, I'll read this. Wide started the match after a brief exchange. Jessica and Kelly Clean tag in, hitting some strikes, elbow strikes, things like that. Jessica manages to tag in, hit a big kick in the face to a count of 2 to King. Wade and Rush went back and forth, or Jessica Havoc went back, Rosemary and back and forth. However, this came down to Jessica running in and took out King, and then Rosemary countered into a lock of a sharpshooter on Wide, and for the submission 1-2, basically a tap out. Basically, your Death Dolls are your winners to kick off the show. Joe Hendry came out and cuts a promo on how Dango wasn't experienced in identity crisis recently, attacking Santino. However, again, Santino's back in the ring, came out of retirement. He's going to be wrestling, and hell yeah, Dango and literally and Santino, man, I'm cool with that, man, all day long. This storyline's had a beginning, middle, and end. And a lot of you sleep on Impact. That's the thing. You should be watching per week. They're on Twitch. They're on YouTube. They're on everything. Watch the highlights. Catch Access TV. If you don't have Access TV, watch it on Twitch. Like, you guys are missing good shit per week. I'm going to criticize JD from New York because he makes fun of Impact. He makes fun of us that review this shit. But again, he watches Snorefest WWE and AEW that is hot and cold. I've been saying this all along. I love JD from New York, but I watch him to a certain extent, and a lot of other YouTubers out there, and they shit on Impact. Impact is killing it. They had beginning, middles, and ends. And a lot of you tell me, oh, well, Impact Wrestling just sucks. Why would you watch it, Ray? Because it's good shit. Per week, good shit. I haven't really been, I didn't do the go home show for Impact, my bad guys. But Under Siege, I watched the whole thing, good shit. A lot of you sit here and will tell me, oh no, Rafe, that just Impact is horrendously garbage and you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to wrestling. Okay, tell me what's good about WWE and tell me what's good about AEW. AEW sometimes will put on great stuff, like literally Rampage was better than SmackDown. SmackDown was horrendous. I said that in my review on SmackDown. SmackDown was horrendously bad. Can't change my mind. They got a D, possibly a C minus, me being generous. But you have people that sit here and make fun of Impact, and Impact makes great shit. They are smaller. They're number 3 in the United States, I would say, next to an MLW, GCW, and things like that. But when Impact puts on a show, you're getting a beginning, middle, and end, and perfect storytelling. I knew Bully Ray was going to come out and do Bully Ray things because, again, Scott D'Amore and Bully Ray have had their feuds, like I said, next to Tommy Dreamer. So I knew this was going to come to a kind of a head, a bubbling point. And yes, he brought in a belt and choked him out and then threw him through some fire. And then, PCO is just a manimal, man. Like at his age of 50 something, man, he is just taking fucking anything and doing everything. And he is Superman. Like, I swear this man is like this Superman. He'll do anything. It reminds me a lot of Terry Funk. We'll just take anything and do anything and bleed. And again, Steve Maclin, I felt there was a little too much blood, kind of like Jon Moxley. But again, Maclin, man, killing it, man. Maclin is great shit. Again, very underlooked by WWE when he was part of the Forbidden Sons. Even with Wesley Blake, he was underlooked, and he's showing why WWE missed out on him. I would love to see him in AEW, honestly, or New Japan, or one of them. I know he's in New Japan strong, but I like to see him at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, or I like to see him just on AEW in general, because Steve Maclin is good shit. I wish AEW would work more with Impact instead of AAA, because Impact's got some good shit going on. Series, Diana Perazzo, like against Jordan Grace with that Avalanche pile driver, or Tombstone, where they call it Queen's Gate. Love it. And Jordan Grace can't fight for a title. Jordan Grace is out the door of Impact, what it looks like. I wouldn't mind seeing Jordan Grace on AEW. She said she's going to retire. I wouldn't retire. She said, you're going to get a big payday from either AEW or WWE. I think you're more meant for AEW, or New Japan. I could see her in New Japan as far as Stardom goes, or New Japan Strong. Her husband's over there. I think Gresham's over there. But again, at the end of the day, Impact doing Impact things, and that's what Impact does. Impact, people sleep on this organization, man. People sleep on this just because they're not on a sexy network like TNT or USA. And again, once negotiations go for TV rights with AEW and WWE, Impact can negotiate a bigger deal. And Impact has already said they're going to get off Access TV eventually. So again, and they're talking about being live and doing live television. So that's good with me. Like, again, Impact killing it. Again, I can't say that enough. Impact is actually growing. I've been watching it for years, past Dixie Carter when Scott D'Amore came in and Ed Nordholm, and they've been doing amazing things. A lot of people have been sleeping on. People still think this is TNA. It's not TNA anymore. It's Impact Wrestling. And again, Great Wall, again, is he going to come out of retirement? Is he going to wrestle? Supposedly he's about esports. He's talking about coming out of retirement, maybe signing a contract. I could see him on Impact. I could also see him on AEW. I could see him on many other things. I could see him as a commentator for Rampage, honestly. Todd Phillips, great shit. Or whatever they're calling him now. But Todd Phillips is over there. Great shit. they had again they had Mario Ronaldo at one point over on Impact calling shit a couple times in a row. So I know Impact has the money to spend. I know Impact can spend some money. They just need better production and things like that. Again, Joe Henry versus Dirty Dango. If you guys remember Dango and Breeze, again, he's over on Impact now. Impact's got talent. There's no doubt about it. And Joe Hendry basically controlled this whole match until Dango literally hit him with a low blow. And basically the match was called off, basically to DQ. And Dango and Joe Henry went at each other. And then I guess Santino came out and basically helped Joe Henry. So there's that with that. Then we got Nick Aldis. Like, again, WWE slept on this man. I don't know why AEW didn't sign him, and I don't understand why WWE didn't or didn't even look remotely his way. He's on Impact. He's killing it right now. Nick Aldis has had a few matches. Nick Aldis said he's going to prove to be a world heavyweight champion status. I could see him going against Steve Maclin down the road. Again, this match with Kenny King had it all. Kenny King is no joke either. But a good opening match with MMA style with Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey and Aldis look quite good here as well. A good opening. Again, Kenny King really has been working on different MMA style matches with Mike Bailey. Aldis looked quite good as well. Sorry, I butchered my notes. My bad. Aldis caught King on a crossbody, picked up into a vertical suplex. King rolled on the floor. Jeans roll into a opposite side of the ring and attacked Aldis, but Aldis responded with a turn to elbow King as he went rolling back into the ring to back Aldis forward. So pretty much back and forth, pretty much from King and Aldis. Aldis hit this one freaking move off the top rope, like this diving elbow, like Shawn Michaels from like the heavens. And he can hit that too sweet, no joke. Again, Kenny King, again, there was a couple two counts back and forth. Then a clothesline, basically. And tonight, clotheslines from Hells were being thrown left and right. Like, for real, for real. Clothesline from Hells were thrown left and right. Again, so Aldis hits a Muku driver, elbow drop. And then from the top rope. And then Aldis basically back and forth. And then the referee ran down to break up as the fans chanted, "Let them fight." So pretty much Aldis won this match from the rope. Hit him with the Aldis caught him and locked the Kingsland Coverly for the win, submission win. Basically tap out Kenny King. Good stuff. Then we had a fight with Killer Kelly and Slamovich, and this went the distance. Slamovich fell off the second whatever level down to the ground, and they were just beating each other up. I was ready for Scott D'Amore just to call this a lights out match, and let's just have it back and forth and get in the ring and let's just have this out. You know what I mean? I was waiting for it, Slamovich, and having Scott D'Amore come out and basically say, this is going to be a match, continue it, let's go, bring a referee, and let's do this. I thought this was going to be a surprise match. They went back and forth until Killer Kelly brought the chains in kind of like Bully Ray and kind of choked her out. And then literally, man, back and forth. This is what their women's division is. Their women's division is no joke. They were in a good looking, it looked like a baseball minor league kind of, or like a outdoor venue kind of in Ontario or London, Ontario, Canada, or something like that. And it looked like they looked like they tarped the top off, or like it was an enclosed just for the thing. It was really actually kind of cool. And you could tell the audience was really into it tonight. Again, Sami Callihan, Rich Swann, and Jake Chris defeating the Design. This was another good match. Couple of pile drivers, a couple of, like Rich Swann does what Jay Lethal does, that back on the rope, like a lethal injection kind of deal. It was kind of sweet. He did that a few times. I'm glad to see thumbs up, thumbs down. I wish Sami Callihan was in, the BBC, Blackpool Combat Club. I wish he was the other dude in it. Honestly, Sami Callihan deserves better. He's been on Impact for so long. I think he deserves a good payday from Impact or AEW, honestly, because he is good shit. Rich Swann is good shit. These are talents that WWE had in their arsenal, and they just let them slip away. Solomon Crow and Rich Swann, they just let that shit slip. These are two good talents, and they show you why in Impact they are. Why they should have been signed all along. So, like, at the end of the day, like, these are people that WWE slipped on. Again, Callihan hits a power bomb, angle over the rope, everyone. Rich Swann was bleeding a lot from the mouth. Callihan, and Chris rolled Khan into the ring and hit a triple super kick. Khan no sold. Swann jumped into the ring, back on Khan, and put him into a sleeper, while Callihan and Chris hit 2 super kicks, which failed to knock down again. Khan then slammed Swann over his head onto Callihan and Chris. And then we had a choke slam. Khan choke slam both men into the angle, hit super kicks from Callihan before hitting the low down for a 2 count. Khan missed a counter, charges, and Swann comes in and hits a super kick, everyone, before hitting a double super hand cutter, and Khan and Diener angles, took out Swann, and then ate a super kick and a tiger superplex from an angle. Callihan came in and hit the cactus driver on Diener. Angle hits a half Nelson suplex Swann and went for another, but Swann countered into a forward cradle for the pitfall. Good match. Honestly, good match all around. 1, 2, and 3. It looks like OVE's coming back. So it looks like it's going to be Rich Swann, Chris, and Sami Callihan. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'm cool with that. New version of it. So Gia Miller was with the Santino backstage, talked about how Dango attacked him, and Santina threatened to punch the lights out of Dango. Then we got Trinity. So this was Trinity's first official match with Janelle Shaw. Janelle Shaw is great shit. It's just, unfortunately, she's eating these losses like left and right. Again, Janelle Shaw should be on different programming. Honestly, I think she would work great with AEW, honestly. I think if AEW was interested in signing her when her contract expires, I think she would be perfect for that TBS title if Jade decides to hold that longer and longer and longer. I don't know what Janelle Shaw's contract looks like, but AEW could use her big time in their division because, again, Collision needs some talent. Jordan Grace is up in the market again. Trinity, again, hits this rings like Saturn move, kind of like what Pac does, and it's so devastating. So she got a submission victory here. They went back and forth, couple clotheslines. Mostly tonight was mostly clotheslines from the corner, and Janelle Shaw hit a couple power bombs that were devastating in this match. So again, like I said, Trinity wins. I think Trinity should be your next contender for that title against Diana Peraza. Do I see Trinity winning that? No. Or Trinity goes against more talent and builds herself up to leading to possibly maybe Bound for Glory with a bigger, stage than that. Again, Impact Champion ABC, Austin Aries, and Ace Austin. I keep saying Austin every time I see Austin. I say Austin Aries. My bad. Ace Austin and Chris Bay, and defeats Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. This is a great this is another thing that WWE slept on. They released Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews, and it was a joke to me. Like, these are talents that you don't sleep on. And I'm surprised AEW slept on these people too. Like, these are 2 dudes that you can have in your Revitalized for Collision tag team or Ring of Honor. I'm surprised they didn't bring them in with Diana Luna. Again, I know Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster from NXT UK and NXT. And again, Mark Andrews, I don't understand why WWE didn't put any more stock into him. He's basically like Tyler Bate-esque. just needs to be a little bit more bulkier. But again, Flash Morgan Webster, again, they lost this match. Andrews was sent back to the floor with a low bridge from Austin. Bay and Austin went both sent to the floor. Webster, who hit the flip dive off the corner from the floor, managed to Bay for a Stung Dog Millionaire. Webster hit a stunning bomb on the back of Bay. 2 count. Subculture went for a combo knees. They messed up. And then they hit the Poison Ranas, Bay and Austin did, and hit the 1-2 sweet for the win. Again, titles did not change hands on Under Siege. A lot of titles didn't, which is fine by me because these storylines, again, long-term booking from Impact. WWE don't do this. And sometimes AEW doesn't. AEW just gives you sometimes, or WWE gives you fuck all. And then it's like, oh, okay. But anyway, we got an X Division Championship match. Trey Miguel defeats Chris Sabin with, again, titles did not change on Under Siege last night. Again, hit him with the spray paint. Basically, this was all Chris Sabin. Trey Miguel was getting beat handedly for a minute there until the referee got hit by Trey Miguel or shoved Chris Sabin into it, poked his eyes, basically hit him with spray paint in the eyes, pretty much 1, 2, 3. But Chris Sabin hit a pretty much a Canadian Destroyer, a pile driver, and literally a clothesline from hell, which they call clothesline from Michigan. And it was really, really good. Like Chris Sabin, again, these are guys that you should have in AEW, honestly. And I've said this all along. I just really, really don't understand why the Motor Machine, people weren't signed, or the team wasn't signed to AEW when they were there with the New Japan Strong titles. Again, Sabin, Sabin came out, grabbed the referee, thought it was Miguel, put him down. Referee counts. Miguel rolls in onto the floor, grabs the spray, hits him in the face, and then hits his finisher, 1, 2, 3. Alex Shelley, man, getting a push from Impact. So this will be your next competitor to Steve Maclin here. Pretty much works over everybody in the ring. Kazarian is in every these big title or contender matches and then loses. Gresham hits a Karana on Kazarian, but got hit with a big foot from Edwards. Kazarian fought back and dropping leg drop to Moose before Moose hits a spinning springboard leg drop on Edwards. And then we get down to the match here. Moose hits a sky high out of the corner and Uemura, but Shelley broke it up for a pinfall. Kazarian hits an O'Connor roll on Shelley. Northern Light suplex on Edwards. 2 count. Gresham hits a few drives, but Kazarian hits a slingshot cutter. Everyone hits big moves, ending with Shelley hitting the shell shock on Ura and getting the win. So Alex Shelley will be your next contender for Steve Marchand's title. Maclin, sorry. I called him Marchand, my bad. Maclin's title. Knockouts Championship, we already talked about that. We already talked about the Impact to kick off the show. Again, this show was great. Honestly, I would say this is a B++ all around. This is a 8.75. This is a show you should be watching. You should be watching Impact Wrestling every week. If you don't, that's on you. You're missing out on good shit. Everybody says how great WWE is, how great AEW is. Why don't we start putting in the conversation how great Impact is per week? Yes, it's taped. Yes, they need to go live. Yes, I agree with you. But they're doing good shit. Every week. They haven't had a down show since. I've been rating them B- for a minute. They've been doing good shit. And I'll be tuning into this week for the fallout of Under Siege. Like I said before, I'm excited. You should be excited. I'm so sick and tired of hearing the stigma that, this is TNA, it's still under our Dixie Carter and shit. Like, no, it's not. It is Ed Nordholm, Scott D'Amore, Tommy Dreamer. And I believe they have a couple others that are producers of the show. Again, like I said, Impact Wrestling is doing good shit. It's revitalized. It looks like they're looking for a new TV rights deal. The production value is getting better. And they're doing great things. They got a lot of good commentators on the show. Sorry, I'm butchering my English there. I started stuttering. My bad. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys in this one. This one's an 8.75. Great show. One hell of a show. Stop sleeping on Impact. Community, stop sleeping on it. Start watching it. Don't listen to what all these big other streamers or YouTubers have to say about Impact. Stop the madness. Stop this. Impact is good. JD from New York can laugh at people like me going at me, but they put on good shit. Again, AEW is hot and cold sometimes. You can have 3 weeks of great storytelling from AEW, and then next minute you have 3 weeks of they don't give a shit. WWE, they don't have long-term booking. That's a fact. They just haven't. And by the way, I'll be reviewing that Night of Champions eventually, and I will tell you it'll probably be awful and boring and dry and quiet. The crowd will be into it, but I won't be into it. So there's that. Anyway, my name is Ray Farrell. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.